Hello, Stampin' friends. This is Monica Gibberti with Stampin' with Monica, and it is 6:59 p.m. So I am a little early, but that's good because I needed to try something. This lighting is not working, but welcome. This is Monica Gibberti, as I said, and you are joining me for my usual weekly Facebook Live. I always have done a Facebook Live on Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. So this is my regular scheduled. But for the past, since the beginning of the year, I think I decided to come on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, or sometimes just Monday and Wednesday, depending on how my Tuesday went. But anyways, you are joining me for the last part of this week online class to go, featuring the Painterly Pears suite of products. Hello, Kay. Welcome. I see a few set of eyes, so don't be shy. Say hi, so I know that you are stopping by. It's always nice to know who is watching, who's following you, or popping on to just watch a few minutes, and I really appreciate it. So before I start with the class, and it will be very quick, it's not going to be a long class because I only have one project to show you. It is the 3D. So as part of the class, we always design 4 cards and 1 3D project. And that 3D project, it means that anything that is other than a card. Okay? So sometimes are boxes, sometimes are just, different things. But before I go into any of the details of the class, I just wanted to do a quick reminder of what's happening with Stampin'Up. If you're not familiar, first of all, hello, Valerie. Thank you, ladies, for joining me. So I always forget to do my introduction. And for those of you that do not know me, this is Monica Gibberti with Stampin' with Monica. And I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator located in Stafford, Virginia. That is pretty much 40 miles south of Washington, D.C. It is 60 kilometers, but 40 miles south of D.C. And I've been a Stampin' Up demonstrator or happy discount shopper, however you want to define yourself, for over 22 years. I celebrated 22 years on May 6th. And so I still love it. I truly enjoy it. And it has brought so much joy to my life. I got to meet wonderful people. Some of them decided to join the Happy Basement Stampers, my group. And others are just demonstrator friends that are just the sweetest people possible that you can meet. Okay. Hello, Sharon. And Sharon is part of the Happy Basement Stampers. So, and she's been popping on here and there from, I guess, sunny Florida. While here in Stafford, we're having a flood watch and a very bad thunderstorm that just passed by over my house. So I was a little bit iffy. I said, I hope I'm not going to lose power, because my daughter just, called me a few minutes ago saying that she lost power. But anyways, enough with these details. So what's happening with me. What's happening with Stampin' Up is this. If you are not familiar, Stampin' Up started to carry two-tone paper. Let me see if I have one here. I think I do have a packet. So two-tone cardstock. Basically what that means, that is, let me just grab this if it comes out. For example, this is a two-tone because one side is darker than the other side, okay? And when you are, let me grab something else darker here that has more of a, do you see the difference on this one? Even more so. So one side, I would call it mossy meadow on here, And on this side, I will call it Old Olive. So it is a two-tone. And on top of that is that the paper has a white core inside. So if you like some techniques, you can obviously do a ripping technique with that and showing the white. You can use your sanding block, and after you emboss it, you sand it, and so it will show you the white core. So this is a new thing, and we have it in 12 by 12 paper. Okay, so our two-tone cardstock is now only in 12 by 12, and it was designed mostly for scrapbookers. And we have it in all the colors that we are carrying. Okay, so what's going on with those is that we have a 3-day sale, and you save 20% off of a pack, each pack of the two-tone cardstock. Okay, hello Margaret. So yes, this is the sale that is going on until the 11th. So started today, it will be going until the 11th of July. So the 11th is Friday, so Wednesday through Friday. And so that is something. The cardstock is a little bit thinner. The two-tone cardstock is just a little bit thinner than the regular cardstock. But so I would use it mostly for layers, and it's good to be, you know, using it when you do your 12 by 12 scrapbooking, but I would not use it for a card base. Okay, so that is that. And also the other thing that we still have available is that the album retreat, the virtual album retreat, you still have time to purchase your kit and then be included in the Facebook group, where Stampin' Up is going to do a virtual retreat. They're going to come on and show us how to assemble 12 months worth of scrapbooking, two-page spread. So a total of 24 pages. And yes, the price is $250. And I mentioned it the other day. It's about, you know, a little bit over $10. But you get paper, already die-cut, prepped, stamp sets included. So it's a great deal if you're a scrapbooker, or if you would like to learn how to, because they're going to guide us through it. The event, the actual event will be from 2 a.m. to 2 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Mountain Time. So you do, depending on where you're at, Eastern Time will be 4 p.m. through 12 a.m. every day from the 16th to the 18th. But then if you're part of the group and you cannot join live, then they will send us links to watch the replays of the videos. Okay, so that is that, and you just need to go on my online store and just select virtual album retreat. It will pop up, and you're free and you can purchase it. And this is basically what we're using, this beautiful paper, and every month is prepped. They're going to teach us techniques, they're going to teach us how to design a page, all kind of stuff. So then the other thing is that I have on my side of the world, I have my July craft along. It is a Christmas in July, and craft along meaning that you have the option to purchase the kit, the opportunity to purchase a kit to go. Registration closes on the 16th. You get everything prepped. We're using the Tractor & Co. company, Tractor & Co. bundle and the Jolly Holly bundle. We're using both of them. Designing 4 projects for each class is a group of demonstrator, 4 of us, and each one of us has designed 2 projects. You will have a full PDF step-by-step tutorial with pictures, and also we will come on the last week of July to show how to assemble the projects if you're more of a visual than just reading. But in order to craft along with us, or to craft on your own and watching the video and reading the PDF, you will have to reserve your kit by July 16th if you're interested, or just come on the last week and then figure out. Okay, so today I am showing you the last projects for the Perfectly Pears suite of products, and I'm gonna just one more time bring it out. This is the pack of paper that is gorgeous. I showed it yesterday. If you missed my first 2 lives, you can always go back and watch it on my Facebook page, or you can go on YouTube and you will watch those whenever you want. Facebook videos will be deleted 30 days within 30 after 30 days. So Facebook will just pop on and take it out. But if you want to watch them, I post everything, repost everything on YouTube. Okay, so we've been using this paper. We've been using these embellishments and the ribbon that goes with that. This is an online exclusives product that you can find only on my online store. So these are the elements that we're using for our projects. And I'm going to show you what we did for the first 4 of them. So this is the first card right here. Okay. And then we did this card, and this was the first night. And then the third night we did this card. Okay. The inside, all the insides are finished. Okay. And then this fun fold right here. So these are 4 other projects. And then tonight I'm going to show you a 5th project. And you can watch for free, but if you're interested in receiving the kit to recreate these projects, the only thing that you have to do is place a $50 or more before shipping and tax in my online store, and I will send you all the pieces and the cardstock that is needed to recreate. I will not die cut anything for the bundle, because my suggestion is have the bundle, and because you will have to stamp and you will have to die cut, all kind of stuff. If I'm using dies that are not included in the bundle, I will send those as well. Okay, so let's get going. I need this, and then these I can put it away. So what I'm doing tonight is basically doing an alteration of as far as the 3D project. So these are the elements that we need, or the parts of the cardstock, whatever you want to call it. We found these mini notebooks, date and page, on Amazon, and these are 3.5 by a tad longer than 5.5. Okay, so we're going to alter this and have fun, and we're using all the parts that of the suite. So we're having 2 panels of this is Mossy Meadow. Okay, so it's always nice to cut a little bit longer and wider, and then you can always trim if you need to. Wider, I think yeah, it's good. Longer, I can trim it because I didn't want to show any of the pink underneath. So I have front and back. Then I have a piece of basic white that I will include where you're going to stamp your focal point. Then I have a little Calypso coral flower that came out from, where are my dies? Here. From this set of die, this die here. So you can die cut individual. This one will die cut all like a cluster of flowers. And I've used that in, so this will die cut this, and this will separate 2 for 5 flowers, okay? And the hashtag or whatever comes out of this. This is my hexagon punch. And then we have 2 pieces of designer trace paper. That is all that we need to make this one beautiful. So the first thing that I'm going to do is just put my my cardstock that I have embossed with the 3D, the exposed brick 3D embossing folder. Okay, I'm going to put this one down, and I'm gonna go flush here on the bottom, and then flush here. Okay, so I want this to be flush on the bottom, because then I will have only one edge to cut. And flush right here. Let me see, did I do flush? Kind of. So I'm gonna press more, so you can see from here, but I'm going to trim it just in case. Or with the liquid glue, I can still probably move it a bit. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to repeat this in the back, and this one is just plain. I didn't want to do both of them, because you know the back is the back. Gonna do the same right here, and I'm doing it this way because it's easier. So my bottom and my here. See, I can still move. Okay. Okie dokie. Front and back. So what I have to do now, I'm going to take my paper snips. This is an easy peasy project. And I am going to cut around here to round my corners. Like following this. And I noticed that I need to trim a little bit on here. Just a bit. Voila. So this is my front. Okay, and I'm going to repeat the same in the back. Also, I forgot to mention that if you're interested in the class, we also will be providing a recipe card, meaning that you'll have all the supplies needed or used to recreate, that we use to make these projects, with measurements in case you want to recreate your own, but it will be only available to those that decided to place the order and get the class. Okay, so we have that. Now, this is going to be our spine, and I'm going to kind of semi-fold it in half, but I'm not folding exact, you know, I'm not doing the crease. I'm just doing this, and I'm gonna put this one over there. So I'm gonna do, let's do a little bit here, and I'm just gonna put a little bit here, and then a little bit here as well. Okay, so what I'm going to try to do, and looking from the top, I can see if I am centered somewhat, but you know, what I'm focusing on is my front, and then I can always fix my back. Okay. Voila. Let's see if I need to push this one down a little bit. Yeah. And now I'm gonna do the same here. And a little bit right there. And voila, we have a spine for our little book. Isn't this cute? I think it is. Just being like that. Okay. Hello, Edie. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for saying hi. If you're watching, don't be shy. Let me know. Say hi. I cannot scroll because, oops. Because, yeah, my phone is weird, so I cannot. So there we go. So we have this. And then I have this paper, and this. So let's get going. What I'm needing tonight, these are the ink pads that I need. I need Old Olive. I need Calypso Coral, Early Espresso, Darling Duckling. I need Old Olive. And I'm using crumb cake for this one. The dark crumb cake. Blends. And then I need my Early Espresso marker. Okay. And a sponge dauber. We've been using these all week. So these are a great investment. I think they're $7, $7.50. You get 5. But these are great. Okay. To have. So what I'm going to do, this stays, I'm going to stamp. All these will go. I'm going to stamp my sentiment, and I decided to stamp friend, and I'm using Early Espresso. Okay. And I'm using this, and I'm trying to stamp this in the middle and straight. Like that. Okay. Set it aside. Hello, Denise. Welcome, welcome. Now we're going to stamp our pears. You remember the 2 pears? I'm going to use it again. And I'm going to do the outline. The first, I'm going to do Old Olive. And if you watched me last night, I did this already, this technique. So I'm inking in Old Olive. And I'm closing this. And I'm taking my marker. And because this has a, you know, the stick of the trim, not the trim. Oh my golly. Where you are attached. So we're going to go down here. I don't know. English is not my first language. And today it was a rough day. You know, I watch my grandson, and then you can clean if you want the tip like that, even if it is colored. We're gonna huff and puff. Hello, Marcia. So I watch my grandson, and boy, oh boy, oh boy, he's all over now. Okay, so I've done that. You can see that there's a little bit of, you can see the definition here that we have Early Espresso there. Okay, set it aside. Now we're going to take these 2, the pear, to fill in the pears, and we're going to do with Darling Duckling. I'm going to take my sponge, and I'm using Calypso Coral this time because I have these pears right there, so I'm trying to mimic that. So now what I want on this edge, and then see, you can clean this and pick up more, and then I'm gonna go with this edge. Okay, then we're huffing and puffing on it, and we are stamping and filling in. Voila. So we're close, right? Somewhat. We're there. Okay. The rest, I'm going to use my blends because it's easy peasy, and mostly because we don't have a stamp that will do the filling. Okay, so I'm using the light Old Olive here, like that. Then I'm gonna put a touch of the dark Old Olive. And let's decide that we have this. And then we're gonna go down here. A little bit. And a little bit there. You can leave it like that. Or we can even blend them, okay? You blend by using the lighter of the colors, and then it will blend, or just leave it like that if you want to. Just bring it in, okay? And then I'm using dark crumb cake this time, and I'm gonna color this, the branch. That was the name that I needed, the branch. So now I'm gonna grab my dies, the matching dies here. Okay, so we showed you how to do sponging, watercoloring, using stamping blends, blender pens, not stamping blends, and blender pens. So there are different ways of coloring the pears. Okay, so I'm going to put this one like that. Run it through my die cutting machine. And here we go. Here we go. Peel this one off, and there you have it. There you have it. Okay, so now we have all the parts. Let's assemble. So let's see. I am going to glue this piece of designer series paper right against this designer series paper. Okay. This is a good way of, you know, it's a very, it's a good present to give away to a friend. It could be for the birthday, it could be for, you know, just because they can just use it to take notes, because it has the date, which page. Okay, and we're gonna go down, well, stay up there a little bit more. Well, this is going to be lower than my original. So I'm going to push everything to the edge like that. Okay. And now I'm going to check if I need to trim it. And I need to do a little bit of a trim of the paper. Voila. Okay. Then I'm going to put, obviously you have to have some ribbon, right? So my trick, like this, we're gonna take, I'm gonna buy more of this ribbon, because think about all the Christmas cards that you can make with this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful ribbon. So it goes with this sweet, but there's a lot more that you can do with this one. So, okay, and I'm going to secure this one right there. I'm gonna take my hexagon, and I'm gonna put 1, 2, 3, 4, because the one in the middle is already there. Okay. I'm gonna peel this, and this is gonna be in the middle, like a monkey in the middle. Let me check here. Voila. And I'm gonna trim this like that, so I have it already there. Then I can trim better. There and there. Okay, that is that. I'm gonna take my hashtag, or whatever you want to call it. It's gonna be right here. I'm not gonna use any other glue other than dimensionals, because I'm gonna put my pears right there. Okay. Because why use a lot? Why use stuff that, why you use extra if you don't need to? That. And then I'm gonna take my little flower here, and I'm gonna use mini glue dot because I don't want to fuss with the liquid glue. And look, it fits perfectly. How easy it is to make something special, like not a boring notepad, but look. So now we're gonna grab our friend that we have stamped, and this one is gonna go right there. So I'm gonna put 2 mini dimensionals on this edge. I'm gonna stack them, 1 and 2, and then I'm gonna put 1 there. Okay, stack them up. This is gonna be right there. I don't want to cover like that, so everything is even. And now we are left with the embellishments that are in front of my nose, and I'm using the daffodil, or this could be Daffodil Delight or Darling Duckling. So I'm gonna go with a large, a small, and another small, and voila. Isn't this simple and easy? Right? Simple, easy peasy, nice and easy. This is your last 3D or last project of the class. I am going to show you all of them together, and then you will be the judge. Okay, so we have this. Let's go chronologically. So we made this one and this one the first night. Okay, and then the second night I did this wow card and a fun fold. Okay, remember this is a fun fold like such. And then we have this. Isn't this a good set of, cards? And they're all, to send to a friend. It could be birthdays. Inside you can put a note like saying birthday or whatever. Thinking of you. This is a thank you. This is congratulations. And this is just a friend. Okay, so this is the class. If you're interested in receiving the supplies, I'm going to show you this. What you need to do is place your order by July 13th. That is this Sunday. I hope it is the 13th. But it's by this Sunday. $50 or more before shipping and tax. And after the rewards are applied. So $50 will have to be, so if you apply, that we have the new rewards program. So for every, with a minimum of $20 or more before shipping tax, you start collecting 10%. Those rewards, you can bank them for up to a year. You can wait until you decided that you want a big item number, or you can apply them whenever you want to. The thing that in my case is that the $50 will have to be net. So if you're applying $10 rewards, your order will have to be $60, then minus 10, it would be $50, and then will be shipping and tax. You will receive, no matter what, $50 or more, you will receive the supplies to make one of each of these. I will send you the notebook as well. Okay, so that is extra. The notebook, and the only thing that I will not provide is anything that is in regards of the bundle. Anything else, the designer series paper is going to be there. The embellishments, you provide them on your own, and you also will receive the free card recipe included with pictures and measurements. Okay, so this is the class, and you have until July 13th to claim your class by placing your qualifying order, or you just watch this and got inspiration, and that is all. So this was a nice and quick and easy rest of the card of the project, because it was quick class, and so thank you. Yes, the thank you card is a wow card. We're using the banners. There's a lot of coloring for this. This has been colored and sponged the same. This is the only one that we use the designer series paper. For the other ones, it's all stamping. Okay, so I love them all. I really enjoyed it, and I think this paper is wonderful. The whole suite is gorgeous, and what I like is that the paper, if you don't like the front, you can always use it in the back and make it generic and use whatever stamp or bundle or whatever you have. Okay, that is all for now. I hope you will have a wonderful rest of the week, and I will see you next week. And make sure that you are, hello Elise, that you are, that you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to watch my videos forever. Because this video, when today is July 9th, when August 9th comes along, it will not be available anymore. So there you go. Stay dry. Yes, we'll try. And don't get burned, Sharon, because you're always, yeah, you have a beautiful weather down there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.